7 world-class award-winning plugins used by countless professional engineers in post, broadcast, music, and even live sound. Join the elite who own Sonox Elite because you're worth it.
Wait, what? Because you're worth it?
Cut! We're here at Musikmesse 2014 with Klaus Heinz from Adam Audio, who's going to show us some very large monitors. Klaus, do you want to tell us about them?
Well, large monitors they are actually, as you can see. And if you are infected by speakers and if you do make speakers, one day you want to do it. So this is it. And what I try to achieve is to have a large monitor that is really used. In many cases, large monitors are not very loved these days because they are big bass units, and normally the rest of it is much less in meaning for the sound, and then it is not an accurate or natural sound. So what I try to do, first, the diaphragm areas involved for the different frequency responses are similar enough to have a transition that makes sense from the energy versus frequency point of sight. Second, you have a symmetrical device here that is the mid-ranges, and those mid-range woofers are symmetrical to the tweeter. That is something that allows, if you take a so-called Dapolito concept into consideration, then you can have a vertical dispersion that is rather reduced, whereas the horizontal dissipation or gamma, what you would call it, directivity, is maintained. So ceiling and floor plays less of a role, and it's more of the real speaker. So it's in a way more similar to what we call a near-field speaker. That means the room does not play the vital rule, or at least less a vital rule, with that kind of concept. And we combined this with an internal electronics, which I don't find elsewhere. You have 6 amplifiers with 1,500 watts all in all. So each and every drive unit has its own amplifier here, and we have a control panel that is purely analog control panel that, for example, has an input switcher. You have an input on the front and on the back. Should something happen, you will not be inclined to remove that kind of speaker from the wall. So you can repair it here, can take off all the electronics without moving the box. Second, we have a so-called X filter for Dolby film sound. Normally, if you have a film sound to be reproduced, to be demoed, then you can do that without additional equipment, which helps. It's a 3 dB per octave filter, which is not that easy to make analogically, but small story. Then you have levels for all the 4 frequency bands that are represented with the different units. And here you have a block of parametric equalizers with all the classical regulation that you know from other instruments, and you can switch in and out these equalizers, either single or in groups, and you can put them in or out to realize what you have done, measurement-wise and from what you hear. So that's a rather, as I claim, a rather complete and rather big unit to maintain a good sound quality, even if it's far away and even if the room influences are dangerous. So that's what it's made for.
Sure, so you're aiming this at the studio market then, the larger
Clearly.
studio, and
this is not PA because it plays loud, yes, but it cannot play as loud as a PA speaker does, and it has the goal, the aim is accurate natural reproduction. It's not SPL in itself, but to combine it for bigger rooms, this was a concept different from other ones to maintain a good monitor quality even to higher SPL levels.
So what's the highest SPL it can, if you really wanted to impress somebody or scare a drummer even?
126 dBs and a meter you can do, which is annoying enough, I think.
Yeah. And how much do these things cost?
That's near to 20,000 euros a piece,
Okay.
I have to admit. For stereo you need two, right?
But we're looking at big studios, so...
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Klaus.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.